Hey, what's up guys? So we're going to be doing some casting, and it's actually been quite some time since I've casted a game, so we're going to be casting this game between a player in the blue, Sakana here, at 1149, versus Wyberioth here in the red at 1181. So player in the red sets 2 back row, pass it off to a player in the blue, and we see a Thunder King. Thunder King looking pretty good right now against a lot of the decks in the meta, but a Dimensional Prison's going to say no to that. But then our player in the blue is going to respond with a Forbidden Lance to keep that Thunder King on the field. He will, however, still take that damage, although it is reduced by 800 from that Forbidden Lance. And then we're going to see a Space Typhoon. Now, that is an interesting... Ooh, and it hits a Solemn Judgment, which is a great card to hit. Now, that was interesting. From our player in the blue, I really felt like if you have the option to get out Thunder King, I would really recommend getting out Thunder King safely. Thunder King is a very good card. Ooh, and it hits a Compulse, so... Not sure what either player is playing at the moment, but Thunder King is definitely meta, and these players are both decently ranked. Another Dimensional Person. Okay, maybe another Forbidden Lance. But yeah, a little bit of a slow start to a game. But ooh, and we see 6 Sams out of our player in the red. Now the interesting thing with Dimensional Prison 6 Samurais, it doesn't really protect Xian as well as cards like Compulse, which our player in the blue is running. Now the thing with Xian is you need to protect Xian, and the thing is, since there's tour guides, there's like Zenmains to stall, it really kind of hinders what Samurai is able to do certain times, because they are all about making Xian and protecting, and that is essentially how the deck works, and it's how the deck is most successful. A little bit late there on the Xian, but definitely getting rid of Thunder King is key, because Thunder King does hurt 6 Samurais, because that stops them from activating those smoke signals, those reinforcement armies, and we're going to see a Xian being made, most likely. I doubt he'd... Oh, interesting choice. We see a Naturia Beast. I mean, there is no back row to deal with. The only thing I do not like about Naturia Beast is he's not very strong, and we see a DD Warrior Lady, so that was pretty interesting. I mean, had it been Xian, it wouldn't have mattered, because Xian can only activate its effect if there's some destruction effect, and DD Warrior Lady does not destroy, it just banishes. So I think we're seeing some, maybe some anti-meta-ish deck from our player in the blue. Now he's going to be able to special on the Photon Thrasher, and he might be able to get that attack, and this attack is pretty key. Our player in the red is thinking, and we're going to see a Compulse. Now the thing with that is our player in the blue can just re-special summon it, although 6 Samurais is a deck where it does excel at exceeding. There we go, we see that Thunder King. Now that is very good from our player in the blue, because now that's going to prevent the 6 Samurai player from really doing much, essentially. Oh, and he's just going to end right there. Like I said, Thunder King, very key card against 6 Samurais. And if our player in the red had any back row, I would have suggested set even bluffs at that point, because Thunder King does hurt you, and since we saw those deep prisons earlier, perhaps our player in the blue would not have attacked, because he might not have any monsters in his hand that really do anything. Because I know he has the Thrasher, which is 21, but that won't do much. And I think our player in the red, you can see how he's really lost control. When someone sets a maxi, that pretty much reveals that they don't really have anything. I would have recommended our player in the red, because I mean, he still has a decent amount of life. He can still take some damage. So he says, okay, and he's probably going to just draw one, yeah. And Thunder King does not negate the drawing of 6 Hand United. Thunder King just negates when players add cards from their deck to their hand. Duality does count, though, so keep that in mind as well. So, yeah, our player in the red was just hoping to draw into maybe like a Dark Hole or something. What he really should have done was waited with a maxi, because if he was at 1900 life points less, it wouldn't have made a difference. But the thing is, if our player in the blue happened to lose his Thunder King, he could just, our player in the red could just drop that maxi immediately, in the off chance that the player in the blue would summon that Photon Thrasher again. Because, as you guys know, anti-meta decks generally run low on monster count, so keep that in mind as well. You see that Thunder King just doing work. You can see how good Thunder King is against the deck. Our player in the blue, yeah, it's just going to take the victory here. The key was just getting out Thunder King was key, and multiple times our player in the red did have the answers, but that Forbidden Lance probably helped out quite a bit. Now, I really thought it was interesting that our player in the blue decided, I mean, maybe he didn't know he was playing against 6 Sams, but getting out Thunder King against 6 Sams is just so key. I'm curious to why he didn't Space Typhoon first. I don't think our player in the red really made any misplays other than that maxi. Definitely could have I mean, it didn't really matter because our player in the blue didn't have Reborn, but if our player in the blue did have, like, Monster Reborn or something like that, it'd be a lot better than to set it at that early on in the game, because, as you guys remember, our player in the red still had a decent amount of life, but that just goes to show how good Thunder King is. I mean, our player in the red did get a play, but then it was that DD Warrior lady that came in there and ruined a Detroit Beast, and I was pretty surprised he didn't make Xian, because, Detroit Beast doesn't really do too well, the next turn, especially against an anti-meta deck that already saw Compulse and stuff. I really felt like our player in the red should have made Xian, but it really didn't matter in the scenario. But I would definitely say it would have been smarter because, as you can see, later on, the back row came, and Detroit Beast does not really like, D-prisons and stuff like that. But thanks for watching, guys. Asian Eyes White Dragon, signing out.